want some whiskey in your water, sugar in your tea. What's all this crazy question they're asking me? This is the craziest party that could ever be. Don't turn on the lights, cause I don't wanna see. Mama told me not to come. Mama told me not to come. That ain't the way to have fun, no. Open up the window, let some air into this room. I think I'm almost choking from the smell of stale perfume. And that cigarette you're smoking, I'll scare me half to death. Open up the window, sucker, let me catch my breath. Mama told me not to come. Mama told me not to come. That ain't the way to have fun, son. That ain't the way to have fun. She said, oh yeah. Radio is blasting, someone's knocking at the door. I'm looking at my girlfriend, she passed out on the floor. I've seen so many things I ain't never seen before. Don't know what it is, I don't want to see no more. Mama told me not to come. Mama told me not to come. She said, that ain't the way to have fun, son. That ain't the way to have fun, no. Mama told me, 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 oh yeah, yeah. Mama told me not to come, mama told me, mama told me, that ain't the way to have fun, no. That ain't the way to have fun, son. That ain't the way to have fun, look at here. That ain't the way to have fun, son. Listen to my body, listen to my body. That ain't the way to have fun. That ain't the way to have fun, somebody say. That ain't the way to have fun, no. That ain't the way to have fun, son. My baby cool, my baby cool, my baby
Oh, yeah. That's a little bit of a band called Three Dog Night, all the way back to 1970 from their album It Ain't Easy. And one of my favorites off of them, Mama Told Me Not to Come. And if you're on Pornhub, that has a completely different connotation. I wouldn't kid you, even if you're a little baby goat.
I mean, that's kind of where my mind went whenever I hear that song. Mama, I'm glad your mother told you not to. Like, what? Okay, we're okay. This is fine. We're fine. It's fine. It's all fine. Everything's fine.
Well, yeah, I think it's fine. I think it's quite all right. Dig what you're going to dig. Just don't get in too deep. I have to do a quick update. By the way, good morning to Catman Dingo. Good morning, Stompin's Forge. Good morning, Ortiz 805. Good morning, Will Honorless. Good morning, Water Jabbers. And of course, good morning, Gaming and Yelling.
Good morning, Catman Dingo. Good morning, Stompin's Forge. Good morning, Ortiz. Good morning, Water Jabbers. Good morning, Will. Good morning, Gaming and Yelling. Good morning.
Did you get
Was
Will?
that everybody? Yes. honorless, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I got Will. All right. I said my good mornings to all the peoples.
Well, except Sparky just showed up. So good morning,
Oh, well,
Sparky.
good morning, Sparky, who just now showed up.
What, doesn't he get his special greeting anymore?
Oh, I apologize. Howdy. Oh, I totally forgot to do that earlier. I apologize, Sparkles.
Um, oh, I do, and here's the update. Well, I can do this right now with the magic that I possess. Okay, and D and Control save, bang. Okay, we are almost. We're we are 5 out of 8 right now as far as the you pick it, I write it story. So we actually have if I go over it here for just a second, um, the categories that we have left, and once those are filled in, the story starts. And I'm hoping that people will take a cue with what's already been thrown down. We have the antagonist in place, we have the catalyst, we have the genre, we have the prop, and we have the time. The three that are left are the protagonist, the setting or place, and the actual title of our story. And just to fill you in, the time is the 1800s. The prop is Freddy Krueger's glove. The genre is noir. The catalyst is a penny falls in front of the character from out of nowhere. And our antagonist, which was just lovingly supplied, is Magic Hitler.
I'm okay with all of this. I am so curious to see what you come up with, Doc.
This is going to be good. I'm just hoping that whoever comes up with the protagonist is going to be a little bit kind to me. Um, uh, initially, somebody wanted to set it in a post-apocalyptic world, and I'm like, oh my god, it is the 1800s, and they're like alternate timeline. And I'm like, you're killing me, Smalls. I'm
Hmm.
like, well, I said I could write anything. And he's like, no, 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 I'll change my mind. It's Magic Hitler. And I'm like, all right, I can deal with that. I think Hitler would have made a cowboy. Or, fuck, since it's the 1800s, he'd have been a good politician.
Right.
Ah,
Same difference.
so, I guess I have to explain here just real quick. Oh, by the way, if you guys would like to, if you'd like to be a part of the story, to help me write the story, then it only costs $10 to buy one of the elements, and we're only 3 elements away, so that's gonna be a magical thing. And I do have to thank a viable ninja via irate bear. He did drop 10, but he said give my slot to somebody. And
Oh,
so that's how Magic Hitler showed up. So thank you very much. Um, Unfortunately, it didn't do much damage to the belt. So our champion from last night, Stalvin, continues on. Um, that's a good question, Will. Will asks, is it 1800s America? We don't know. Don't have the setting or the place yet.
yeah. I mean, it doesn't even have to be America.
Yeah, it doesn't. I mean, it would definitely make it easier to write a noir, but initially with the I forgot it was post-apocalyptic London, and I'm like, wow, that's going to be really tough to write a noir, a British noir.
I mean, but you can do it, Doc.
Oh, I've written some strange shit in my life, so yeah, it's definitely possible. I've never given these many elements out. Usually, at the most, it's like 4,
Mm-hmm.
but I've already got kind of an idea of how I want to work what I've got right now. We just got a couple of few there.
See, if it were in London though, um, I can see how it can be a noir even then. It's just gotta be a bit of a new ripper.
Oh yeah, we can. All the voices in my head can write it. It's the whole 7 days thing that's going to be fun. Um,
That Japanese horror film.
well, Sparky just dropped a donation for $10,
Oh,
and he said, "The protagonist, me, do your worst, Doc." All right.
well, thanks, Sparkles.
Well,
All
thank you,
right.
Sparky, and I'll make that tweak right now. Um, okay, putting it in the books as we speak.
I'm getting more and more ready for this every single time.
I, I am surprised that somebody picked themselves, but that's not a bad
I'm
thing. That's a fun thing for
I'm
me.
not, yeah, it's not a bad thing at all, and I'm not surprised. I was waiting for it, and I'm really excited for it.
It's gonna be good times. Okay, let's see. I'll copy that. I will put that there. There. And we'll do a flip.
Hi, Gulf City Outlaw.
Good morning, Gulf City Outlaw. I'm just I'm just writing stuff.
So now we just need the setting, place, and the title. And basically, whatever is left, because Stalvin had also given away one of his choices to me. And I said, nullify my choice unless we cannot get the last one done. And if we can't, then I will choose whatever the last option is.
Yeah, I would think honestly the title would be the last one to come in, just because of the fact that the person can sit back and take a look at it and go, yeah, okay, we've got this, this, and this, so yes, this is going to be the title.
Either way, I'm ready. I'm excited and I am ready.
And let's do the control save. Boom. 6 down, 2 to go. Yeah, this is going to be a blast. I haven't really done a lot to challenge myself lately with writing. Like I said, it's been months.
Well,
By the way, um, the slabs have rung again. We'd like to thank Gulf City Outlaw dropping in
thank you.
$2 and saying yep. And then Sparky drops another 5 and says, and this is to show love to you, Doc. Everybody donate. Thank you, sir. And that means we do have a new belt holder as well.
Is it Sparky?
Sparky has taken the intergender belt.
Nice.
Very good.
And you know what?
Well done.
That's even better. It's even better that it's Sparky who took it because Sparky is our Sparkles.
Yeah. Look, Ed, I might have to work a cadunt in there somewhere in the story now.
Well, I mean, these are just the antagonist and the protagonist are simply the two main elements. Doesn't mean you can't have side characters here or there because I'm fully expecting a doc.
Well, I'm actually looking forward to if things pan out in my head right. I'm fully expecting to make this more of a radio play than a story. Well, it's going to be a
Hmm.
story, but not just a not just a written short story, but more of a radio play. So,
Yes.
because I know people know this, and good morning to my lovely wife, Nurse Wicked, in the chat.
Hi, Mama Nursey.
Um, I'm looking forward to actually making this a radio play where when we read it, because we're going to take time and we're actually going to read it over the air. We're going to stream it. We're going to stream the story, and like I promised, now once the clock starts, I've got 7 days to write it. I will write it. It may take me longer to put the graphics together, but I will write it. Hey, good morning, Hardcore. Long time no see.
Hello, Hardcore.
When we get into the linkage thing, I'm going to have to drop him a link. I haven't talked to him in forever.
Well, if you want, we can go ahead and do that now.
Do you want to do some linkery?
I don't see why not. I mean, I figure we can link whoever we want whenever we want.
Okay. Oh, I didn't know if we had I didn't know if we had all of our talk out of the way yet.
Well, that's up to you, Doc.
Oh, God.
Like I said, whenever we want, whoever we want, even if it's nobody.
Although I am curious why he's got the Magnificent Seven posted up as his banner on Twitter. And looks like a dead chicken breast.
Huh.
Yeah,
To each his
there
own.
we go. And I gotta recopy the link because when I'm going back and forth doing the copy shit, it's. Well, at least we know who's going to be able to read the part of Sparky then.
Well, obviously that's going to be you, Doc.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe we get Otis Gyrie in to do it. I've already talked to some of my buddies who are in the voice business.
Mm-hmm.
And they're just like, yeah, man, whatever you need.
Nice.
And I was just like, as long as you guys don't like out me. You know, as long as you remember that I'm running a gimmick. You know, it's like running up to Hulk Hogan and calling him Terry Bollea. Which, you know, it is his real name.
Unfortunate.
I threw out a couple links. Are you throwing out links?
Oh, I have not thrown out any links yet. I wasn't sure if we were going to.
You know who's becoming an internet darling now?
Who?
That guy we call Stalvin.
Oh, please. He's basically, as soon as we threw him a link and then Addie got his dick on, I mean, what? And Addie saw him, like, I was, as soon as he joined us that first time, I had this feeling like this guy's gonna get fans really fast, and he did, starting with Addie, which definitely helps because Adamantine has this way of being able to just get people to join him and hang out, and he's always very welcoming, especially if you're a pretty boy. And
well, and Addie gives sexual harassment a good name.
Yeah, we'll say that. We'll pretend like that's an okay thing. Like,
Well, it's still like a no touchy area, so you know.
But there's nothing that says you can't talkie.
He can't, you know, come up while you're at the water cooler and kind of caress your arm and ask you how your day's going. He does it from a distance, and that can be sexy.
He just kind of does it verbally and then with his eyes.
Well, by the way, welcome to the Stream Gaming and Yelling. Welcome to the Stream Sparky.
Hello.
You protagonist.
Thank you for the invite.
Wait, I have to start. I'm actually upset, Kadun. I'm very upset.
What
because
did I
you're
do?
like, what do you mean? What did I do? You just said, "Good morning, Gimming and Giggling." Like really? Like I'm nothing, or just whatever. I'm like, you fucking do a better intro for me. At least like come on, pretend to like me or something. For fuck's sake.
All right, hold on here. Everybody, I need you all to get down on your knees and praise the fucking sun that rises behind our Jesus Magog, because it's a goddamn dirty fucking spigot gaming and yelling.
Okay, my 6 nipples are pretty hard now. Thank you. Much better.
You're welcome, you fucking spigot. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How you doing?
I have a pulse. Does that count?
I have a headache.
Oh, by the way, good morning. Good morning, Jolly
Uh-huh.
Rogers Bilgewater.
Hey, Jolly.
Hey, Bug.
Hey, Bug.
Catman Dingo wants to know what your titty size is.
Mine are double D's. You're welcome.
I know what it is.
You know what my tit size is?
Yeah, you sent me a picture of the bra I helped buy you.
What? Yeah, but it doesn't have the actual like size on it. It's just a Star
Your
Wars
B
bra.
cup.
You run away?
Yes, but that doesn't have the actual size. It just has, and it doesn't even have the cuppage.
I can tell from visual onlookage.
All right.
And I didn't just send it to you. Don't act like you're so special. What I did was I posted it on Twitter after I'd sent it to Anti-Hero and been like, what do you think? And he was very pleased. And then he growled about the fact that you basically bought me a bra.
You know what? He has the ability to send money as well.
Well, he does now that he's not too broke, but other than that, like he's, well.
Is he surprised to see me on?
Can I also welcome to the chat Muffin Button, our mystical magical mascot, and of course Hardcore. How you doing?
Hey,
Muffin, hi Hardcore.
what up? Can you hear me at all?
Yeah.
Yep.
No, not at all.
Nope.
I need.
So yeah, I have to say the reason for the name of the stream. I've been watching this one stream. It's a Facebook seller stream, and the rock community is really heavyweight there. There's a lot of people who deal in gems and minerals, and they do it on Facebook. This one comes directly from China. And these guys, like every third word that you say to them, they've got their Google Translator on. And they translate what you're saying to them. And these guys were trying to sell these stands. And it was like a series of 3 frogs, and you set a sphere in the middle of them. And the guy was having the worst time saying the word toad. And we were just like, say the word frog. Just do the word frog. And people were like, no, frogs and toads are different things. It's like, God damn it, man, this guy needs a break.
No, they're the same if you add atrazine to the water.
I don't know, but he does the they do, because my favorite color now is purpur, because that's purpur.
Is what?
It's purpur.
Purpur.
We have this beautiful purpur amethyst.
Okay.
Yeah, so tonight he was trying to sell the stand that had the 3 frogs on it, and he was like, these are also known as the sacred turd of the moon. And I'm like, wait a minute, turd of the moon? And he's like, yes, this is sacred turd of the moon. I was like, no, I'm not, no, I can't, no, I can't, I have to go now. But yeah, they're fucking hilarious, man. I bought something tonight, and they threw in some type of free wasabi snack that the Chinese like.
Okay.
It's like a square of beef but it's spiced with wasabi. And they're like, "Oh,
Hey, Doc.
you spent money with us. You get a special snack. We will send you two." I'm like, "Fuck, okay." By the way, welcome to the stream, Stalvin.
Thank you, Doc.
Welcome.
Who?
Smithy.
Oh, yeah.
Stalvin,
Hey,
I
Doc.
just seen you like not even a couple hours ago.
Right?
You're right.
Haven't seen you since yesterday.
Yep.
So now I'm curious, man. Hardcore, you've been kind of laying low lately. What's going on?
Just been trying to figure out a lot of things. I moved. A lot of internet issues. So I didn't even know this was possible till today. So here we are.
What you mean doing Google Hangouts?
Yeah, I'm doing it over my phone.
Oh yeah. Ask Kadunt. Kadunt might own a computer, but I've never seen her on it.
I just so happen to own a laptop, but I never stream from it. At least not anymore. Not since my headset that I used to have stopped working, and my laptop decided that even running word processor is too difficult.
Yeah.
So
Maybe it's
my
time
phone
for
works
maybe it's time for a new laptop.
yeah,
Well, she's supposed
eventually.
to send it to me.
Well, I'm not going to send you my entire laptop until I get like all the dick pics in a certain folder, you know? So this way,
Labeled
when you,
not porn.
Ask
Oh,
for
come on. I need some blackmail against Anti-Hero.
You
that's
also, Kadent,
yes.
you also have to remove the folder of screenshots that you have.
Oh right. Well, do I still have those? I don't
I
know.
don't know. The last time we talked, though, you did.
Yeah, last time we talked, I had those screenshots because I don't. Oh, I used to take them so that I could share them with you. Look what this motherfucker said to me now.
Oh, okay, so it wasn't any type of veiled reference to Pornhub accounts then.
No. I was talking about those screenshots, and we used to Skype all the time when I first moved up here, and so she'd take like random screenshots of me while we were Skyping and then post them everywhere.
And by everywhere, she just means all over Facebook.
Yes.
But yeah, no. If okay, Sparky,
Yes.
I'm not going to just hand you blackmail. I'm going to hold on to my own blackmail.
Yes.
Of the videos and pictures I have, and then if I'm ever pissed off or broke enough, then you can go ahead and hit me up with some money, and then we'll talk.
And thus a secret society was formed.
I mean, Kadunt can be really petty and Kadunty.
Oh, I know.
And Kadunt, unfortunately, really likes keeping pictures. So,
I'll just buy you another bra.
you really? This thing was $4. Okay, so excuse you. $4 is not enough to buy a dick pic off of me, mister. Especially not a dick pic of which I am possessive.
Well, now you know that if you ever need the hookup for lingerie, I have a special in on a certain major panty catalog.
See, I'm not looking for lingerie. I just need the wire in my bra was popping out and stabbing me in the titty, and so I needed a new bra. And so, and I just so happened to have been having some girly chat with my girl Sparkles there, and Sparkles was just like, "Hey, Gadant, check your PayPal." I'm like, "Wait, how the fuck did you find my PayPal?" And then he's just like, "I got my ways," and I'm like, "You motherfucker." He's like, "Go get yourself some creamer. Go get yourself a bra. Go get yourself some coffee. Go have a good day." And I'm like, "My bitch." my girls, like my ladies, yo, because I know if Muffin had heard me like bitching and crying about this, she probably would have done the same thing because my ladies, the ladies in my life spoil me in certain ways.
You
And
deserve
then
to be spoiled.
I don't. I
Yes, you
really
do. Hey,
no.
I say you do.
God damn it.
New rule for IRS. Kadun is not allowed to be self-deprecating.
Agreed. I agree to this rule 100%.
God damn it. But don't you understand? That's like 90% of my fucking gimmick there. You guys are taking away my voice.
No, we're not.
I call oppression. I call censorship.
Half of me is offended that you think I have privilege, and the other half of me is like, are you crazy?
Hashtag Kadun Lives Matter.
Hashtag y'all need to stop pressing the ching chong here. I get it.
Does anyone understand what she's saying? Because all I'm hearing is ching chang ping pong.
Oh, Sunny.
There. What's up, guys? Hey, Jacob.
Hey, AP. Jacob.
Oh, Jesus. AP's here.
No, it wasn't AP. I hit the wrong button.
Oh.
I was going to say the only thing I hear is this.
Gaming, I have to apologize. I forgot to expand the damn thing again. It keeps knocking your avatar out. It's back though. Jesse Bug did hit the Streamlabs for $1, saying, "From the words of the angry IHOP man, fuck you, Democrats." Thank you, Jesse.
Fuck you too.
I don't know. I gave up. I gave up on the Democrat Republican thing a long time ago. I've been a registered independent for probably 20 years or so.
Yeah.
So nobody calls me for anything. I don't get the phone surveys. Because like when I was registered initially, I was registered as a Democrat. Because of course, when you're young, usually young people are Democrats. And I would get phone calls every election cycle. Well, what do you think about this? And you know, being a registered Democrat, what do you think about that? And I'm like, you know what? I don't really give a fuck about this because I don't really vote party lines. It was just at the time when I registered, they're like, what do you want to be? You want to be a Democrat or a Republican? There really wasn't independent around in the early 80s, mid 80s. Yeah. What?
Well,
Cat? I know
oddly
you're
enough,
fuck off.
when
fuck off.
Oh, he's talking to the cat.
Yeah, the white cat is in heat now.
Of course she is. But when I was younger, I was actually when I first registered, I'd registered as a Republican.
Really?
Yes.
What was the thought behind it?
So did I.
And then I switched over. I switched over to Democrat for the primaries so that I can vote for anybody but Hillary. And then I switched over to independent once everything was done. Because I was just like, okay, well, Hillary bought her way into the DNC. Gotcha. All right. Fuck that cunt.
I have to say this. Well, I tell you what, I will make this the first no context tweet because Muffin Button showed me her balls.
Oh,
nice. Were they shiny?
I'm no context tweeting them, so you can decide for yourself.
Wow, those are some big balls.
And you know what's funny? I can pretty much name every single one of them that are here. And most of them are fucking ocean jasper. So that's kind of cheating. There's some onyx. There's blue calcite. There's blue apatite, snowflake obsidian, rhodonite. Let's see. That's carnelian. That's fluorite.
Hey Doc, I got some rocks to sell you.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, they're called Diarrhea of the Stars.
Diarrhea of the Stars.
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious. Can you tweet a picture?
Yeah. Then I also have Shard of the Cosmos. and farts of the galaxy.
Well, galaxy flatulation might be a little too cosmic for me, but I'm always willing to take a look.
I mean,
I'm.
they're all
Good.
they're all different kinds of rocks. So I mean,
Oh, I'm searching far and wide. I'm not taking advantage of the audience, but there are certain people that live in certain places around the world, and I'm just like, oh hell, if you can, if you ever run across this certain stone, let me know.
yeah.
I was disappointed, man. I went down to Knoxville, and I wasn't just disappointed because Tonka didn't show up. Because my eldest brother lives down in Knoxville, so I got.
When was this?
Huh?
When was this?
For the Warski fight, middle of
You actually
January.
went there?
End of January.
It was January 19th or something like that.
Oh, that was right before I got out of jail.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Are you keeping clean?
Hell no.
Okay.
What are you talking about? Ridiculous.
Like they say, follow your path, brother. Follow your path.
No, that was all about fines. I owed them a bunch of money, and they were like, "All right, well, you can sit in jail." And I was like, "All right, I'm gonna do that." I ended up saving about $6,000 doing that, so it ended up working out.
Yeah, it was funny when we were on good terms with the federal IRS, but the state IRS was giving us shit. And they're like, that you could wind up in jail. And I'm like, you say that you're going to put me in jail for 30 days because I owe you $3,000. But after I get out, I don't owe you that money? Fucking put the cuffs on.
Right, that's exactly how it was. Like I was making about $200 a day sitting in there.
Yeah, I mean, fuck that. Give me 3 hots and a cot. I appreciate you.
Yeah. But the only problem is they stuck me in the maximum security deal for some reason.
Why?
I don't know. I was in there with a bunch of people who had like aggravated assaults, and there was a child molester. It was pretty fucking shitty. And so the only thing that we found out probably like a week and a half after I got in there that we were actually in that kind of tank. But it made sense because everybody was in there had an aggravated assault, except for me. And the only thing that they told me is that because I had 3 failure to appears on my traffic tickets, that stuck me in high risk. So because I had 3 failure to appears on like nothing, like less than misdemeanors, they stuck me in with a bunch of people who had like attempted murders and shit like that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, man, because county is like country club compared to like actual prison.
Well, it just depends on like what you're doing. Like in theory, it should have been super easy because like in a normal county, then you would be doing your time with only people who were doing county time. But for some reason, the county I was in, which is Walker County, they just don't give a fuck about no inmates. You know what the weirdest thing was in that fucking place? They gave us pencils.
Oh, Jesus.
You mean shanks?
Bro, I was like, I came in there and I looked at, I was like, wait, you have a pencil? And it was like, yeah, they don't give us pens. They only give us pencils. And I'm like, do they want us to kill each other?
By the way, hello Detlef Aratine, and hello Uzi Q.
Yes. Good morning to Detlef Aratine. Have a wrench. And Uzi! Sweetie, we love you. We love that Uzi.
And I was pretending that Detlef's comment was towards me, because my number one rule when it comes to this stream is you be nice towards Doc. And if you're just ribbing to rib, then I can understand that, I suppose. But until I know different, yeah.
Do I wait a minute. I know I follow. Yeah, I know I follow Uzi.
Me.
I'm gonna send her an invite, even though she probably won't come on. I will send her an invite because we love the Uzi.
So, forgive me for interrupting, but you were in there for high security risks because of traffic tickets.
Well, because failure to appear, like I said, this is alleged that the reason I was in the high risk tank was because I had more than three failure. Well, I had three failure to appears.
So they considered it more like a felony flight risk.
Yeah, but what I was trying to figure out is like, what am I at more high risk to do? Because it's not like the tanks are any different. It's the people who are in them. So is it when I'm sitting in the tank with all the people who weren't in there for assault that I was more likely to escape? Because I was in there sitting out, like I said, fine. So the likelihood of me escaping was like none. So what was I at high risk to do? And I never really got an answer on that.
We're afraid you're not going to show up for your lunch.
Yeah, and what was fucked up about it was a different kind of thing because I've been in a lot of different kind of county jails, and most of the time they want you in some kind of bigger thing like a 48-man tank or a 24 or something like that.
Yeah.
They had 8-man tanks.
Really?
Yeah. It was really weird, and
well, at least you could get a game of spades going.
I mean, a game of spades, except for the fact that one of the dudes that I was in there with was completely retarded, and anytime that he played a game and he was starting to lose, he'd pick a fight with somebody. So you really couldn't get a game going because you only had 8 people, and the likelihood of him trying to play was 100%.
No, that sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was funny. Not that I've ever been in or anything, but I could not teach anybody how to play fucking euchre, so I always had to play spades.
Spades is an interesting game. Have you ever played Tonk?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. They play a lot of Tonk, play a lot of spades. I want to play poker. Because the whole thing is like, I always make a game out of the whole entire thing. And the game is called Jail Economist.
Okay.
So I want to create a jail economy inside of the little area that I'm in. And it's based around cookies.
Huh.
Yeah.
No, wait. Real quick. You were in federal though, right?
No, county.
Oh, just county? Oh, okay.
Yeah, like I said, I was sitting out. I had gotten on probation because I got a DWI. I drove 2 blocks of the 4 blocks I was away from my house, and I got stopped, and that shit sucked. And I got through probation, but I hadn't really done any of the stuff or paid any of the fines. So they were like, all right, well, you need to go sit in jail to pay us all the money you owe us. And I was like, all right, cool.
Okay. Well, wait. So you had to go and sit in jail to pay them all the money you owed, but when you got out, they didn't make you pay reparations?
No.
Mm-mm.
There's not really reparations are kind of a thing if you harm somebody.
Yeah.
So if,
No, it's not. It's not a thing if you harm somebody. Either that or I just got really fucked by the system. Like,
Where you're at.
yeah, you might have really got
Touche.
fucked by the system.
I think I just got pretty boned by the system, and because not only did I have to pay for being out, I had to pay something monthly for about. It was only for about 3 months, but it was no, I had to pay something weekly for about 3 months, and on top of that, I had to pay for the little bracelet that I wore around my ankle because
Oh yeah.
the community service that they tried to get me to do, they couldn't find a spot for me.
Wow, yeah, it sounds like you got boned.
Yeah, I got boned super hard, and it was fucking lovely. Like, oh my god, like thank you so much. Oh, thank you, county. Thank you, government. Like, oh yeah, you just keep fucking reaming me, you fucks. Like, thanks so much. I'm broke as shit. Like, I appreciate you.
Yeah.
Like, thanks.
Well, I just didn't pay him, and I just my whole entire perspective on this entire thing, like fines and stuff like that, is if there's an option to sit it out, I sit it out. That's why I've been to jail so many times, is because my philosophy on traffic tickets is fuck y'all, I ain't paying you shit. So it's like, all right, eventually they're gonna catch you, and eventually you're gonna go to jail, and eventually you're gonna be like, all right, well, how long do I get to sit here before you stop chasing me? And then they sit around and they feed you for a couple of days, and then you don't owe them any more money.
See,
So,
I got stuck in a spot where it made me go, yeah, I don't want to be back here. Like it was not fun. Like there were people who were in there for quite a bit, and they were going to be remaining in there for quite a bit because it wasn't one of the transfer. It wasn't like a transfer pen or anything like that. It was, well, you're gonna be sitting in here for a while,
oh yeah,
like
so
depending on how your arraignment goes, but you're likely gonna be sitting in here for a while. So get used to it, and you better start getting your clicks and your mindsets and all of that. You better start getting yourself settled.
well, the problem with where I was at is it's exactly the same thing as what you're describing, except
Mm-hmm.
for in an 8-man tank, you only have 8 people. So you have to hear the same exact fucking story every single day. And the same dude sitting here explaining why, oh, I'm not worried about this particular charge because they ain't got no evidence against me. And then he gets indicted the next day and he's like, oh well, I'm still not really worried about it because, and just going over his case every single day over and over and over. It gets really old. But if you were in the perspective of you didn't know how long you were going to be there, I don't know if your philosophy would be different, because I was only there for a short amount of time. So my philosophy from day one is I know when I'm getting out. So I don't have to really worry about all that kind of stuff. Whereas every single person in there beside me didn't know when they were going to court.
Yeah, you were just doing the fuck it, we're counting the days.
Yeah. And they're like every single other person in there was like, well, I went to court 2 weeks ago, so the next time I go to court should be a month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, for me, I didn't know when I was getting out. I didn't know how long I was going to be there. I didn't even know when my arraignment was going to be because, like, I'd never had any experience with this before. And one of the girls who actually wound up getting me into a fight because she was trying to be nice to me because I'd never been in penitentiary before, and she was just trying to be real nice. But her girlfriend took offense to that and decided she had a problem with me. But anyway, that's beside the point.
Cadunt is the next
She
black. By the way, we had a $1 drop from
The new black. Cadunt is the new black.
we had a $1 drop from Jesse Bug to say that's very lewd, Cadunt, but do be sure to bring the ketchup. And thank you, Jesse. Now,
Thank you, Jesse.
Now, honestly, I'm not saying that I've ever been in, but it was just okay, this is when you go in, show up. And then you do the time. And there were so many guys on work release. And we were, let's just say we were never without anything, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Because, body cavity searches don't always work.
Yeah. Oh, that's horrible to think about. What kind of jail were you in, and what year were you in?
I'm not saying that I was ever in county in the late '80s.
Okay, so like that's a different world than the way it is right now.
It was, you know what? It was incredibly fucking boring because
Yeah,
there were
that's the
yeah,
thing.
there was a lot of people in there for just stupid shit. It was most of them were drug offenses. Most of them were selling, dealing, transporting, that kind of shit.
Yeah, that's still most of the people who are in there these days. Except for the tank house.
What?
Were they black?
Oh God.
Oh fuck. Yeah, like 80%.
Yeah, no, it's there's a lot of let's say all right, so out of the tanks that all right, so every single one of the pods had 6 tanks, I want to say. 5 or 6. And out of the 6 tanks that were there, I want to say 3 were nothing but black people. And then there was one that was nothing but white people, and the tank I was in was mixed, and one of the tanks was closed.
Well, that 20% that was around was a bunch of good old boys.
Well,
So they were
it was a recent development on that whole entire thing. That whole entire thing just happened to be that way in the last week and a half that I was there, to where it all of a sudden had like nothing but white people in there, and that's how it kind of looked like the tank I was in was going, because it went from everybody being in the tank being black except for me and 2 other white dudes to everybody in the tank being white except for 2 black dudes.
yeah. I honestly did not have problem with color. I didn't. I mean, there were some that we're gonna separate ourselves, because they're not like us.
Well, it's ends up being a cultural thing.
Yeah.
Because the interesting thing about the place that I was at is that there's a lot of people there were black people from a certain small town near in the county, a town called New Waverly, and so there was probably 15 people from that area, young black people from that area, who all knew each other, So it's interesting because of the fact that even the people there and then the other people who were from like North Houston and from like around adjacent area, they all kind of knew each other, so they end up clicking up. Whereas the white people are just like strangers in the night. It's like, oh hey,
Yeah,
what up?
Like they always said, there's no cousins in the tank when it comes to white people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand that.
Well, I'm telling you what, the weird thing about it is like every single stereotype is over magnified whenever you get into jail. So like if let's say you're the only white person stuck in a tank full of black people, well, you're not going to be able to watch the History Channel. That shit ain't going down. You'll be lucky if you ever get to watch anything but fucking sports.
Dude, I had, no, I get it. I'm not gonna tell that one, but yeah, it's I got along because there was one old grizzled guy who was just in there, and like you were saying, somebody who gets held and here's the arraignment, and then he's got to wait and wait and wait, and he was probably in there for a year in county.
Mm-hmm.
And he was an Ohio Players fan.
Mm-hmm.
And he was playing a song called "Squeeze the Fruit."
Squeeze the fruit.
Squeeze the fruit. And I was walking by and I heard it, and I just started doing the lyrics, and he was like, "White boy, what are you doing singing this song?" And I was like, "Well, I used to live in the projects, and one of the people who was part of the Ohio Players, Yeah, that was Baby Daddy, and he'd come down like every holiday to give his kids gifts.
Right.
He was I forget his name. He was the guy who wrote Funky Worm. He had a this was in the 70s, right? He
Right.
had a purple glitter Corvette, a purple glitter Stingray Corvette,
That's awesome.
Dark boy, purple.
and for Christmas that year, he bought his son a pedal car that was a specially made purple glitter Stingray Corvette.
Nice.
Yeah, and you better bet, man, nobody ever rode in that thing but that kid, because motherfucking kid had security at age 6. Yeah,
Well,
yeah. There were people ready to stand up. But yeah, once I did that, that was just an off thing. I got along with him, and then all the other brothers just kind of fell in line.
yeah. The thing is like in county, you don't you have the beginnings of the same kind of problems you're going to have in the pen. In the pen, it is the way that they tell you it is, but it's long and stretched out, and it's not as quick as it makes it seem in the movie. Whereas it's still the same thing, and the food's a lot better, and you get a lot better commissary, and life is a lot better in general. Whereas when in county, it's just boring and dull. Like the entire time I was in there, I never got to leave the room that I was in, and if we went to go to rec, the rec room wasn't any different than the room that I was in. And you compare that to like the pen you have a big open area. You can go play basketball. You can go work out. You could go and read books, things like that. And it's just a better life in general. Whereas the real difference is the detachment from life. Because in county, you probably will see your family sometime soon.
Yeah.
In the pen, you're looking at years.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
I have to say, I never had to.
yeah, me either. And I never want to be in that situation. My whole entire experiences have been with city and county jails. And like I said, I get into the whole, like I said, I kind of look at it as kind of a game. So I want to be the jail economist. So I want to figure out a way to make an economy and be at the top of it. So in jail, you don't really have much to work with. You really have trays and things like that and your commissary. And if you're in a deal full of broke people, then your trays mean everything. And you can sit there and you can work out what is worth what, how much a cookie's worth, how much a noodle is worth, and then be able to trade each day based off of that.
Oh yeah, because I mean, now technically the commissary, well, this was late '80s, so technically you could get cigarettes.
Right.
And that was the big deal when you got down to gambling.
That would, and that's what I was talking about. I was talking about that one day. It was back in the day. That would be your economy. Your whole economy would be based around cigarettes. Whereas in these day and age, I was basing everything around cookies and around trays.
Oh yeah,
because
cookies got their price.
Yeah, cookies definitely have their price, especially if you consider that they sell cookies on commissary. So what you do is you get somebody who's bought a tray of cookies, and you get the tray from them after they get done using it, and you just fill up that tray, and then you just sell the cookies whenever the tray fills up.
Yeah,
Be like, oh yeah, I'll give you all the cookies from this tray for a Coke.
Yeah.
Nah, that fucking tube of peanut butter was glory.
Yeah.
Like, oh.
I made some tuna. It was amazing.
It was so stupid how good that peanut butter was.
Right.
And
But the other thing is the worst part of jail. The second worst part of jail. The worst part of jail is the dreams, but
oh,
the
by the way, just real quick, we
yeah,
forgot to say goodnight to Stalvin. He had to bail.
night storm.
Oh,
Good night.
So good night,
night,
Stalvin.
Sullivan. You should have just interrupted us, yo.
Yeah, for real. But the second worst part is the commercials. You don't notice the commercials at all when you're in the world, but when you're in jail, every single commercial is worse than porn because you're sitting there, you're like, oh man, I really do want a Pizza Hut pizza.
Yeah,
I really do want a burger right now.
it's just like, well, McDonald's breakfast. Hell yes. Don't even talk to me
Yes.
about that.
Oh, I'll tell you what. First thing I wanted whenever I got out was like a Whopper, and then maybe some pizza, and then some chicken.
Mm.
I've been going down the list. I'm still going down the list.
In and out.
Oh, no,
In and out.
I'm sad because I still don't get that now.
No, Egg McMuffin, man. I don't know why. I'm jonesing for a fucking Egg McMuffin.
I got sick on McDonald's egg sausage biscuits one morning.
Oh,
I just haven't been able to do it ever since then. And in one city jail, check this shit out. The way they would feed the inmates is by giving them a McDouble for lunch, a McDouble for dinner, and a sausage biscuit for breakfast.
Oh, what the hell?
huh.
Yeah.
Oh, see, now, they serve the old banquet meals.
Yeah, I've seen them do that too. The frozen
Yeah.
ones.
They used to,
Yeah.
they just give you banquet meals.
Yeah, they do that in a lot of city jails. There was this one where they would have this like freezer full of just like them crappy banquet meals, and they just throw one in the microwave and give it to you. The worst food that I've ever seen in my life was in the Dallas County Jail at Lou Sterrett. It is the most nasty thing. Apparently, what they do is they freeze all of these meals. Like, and there's like a egg thing, and there's a hash brown, and then there's a piece of meat of some sort. And then they just microwave them. And so what you get is this like hash brown that was frozen, but then was just microwaved.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you have like a half cooked sausage patty and like half an egg.
Yeah.
And the egg's not cooked, it's like frozen egg, like one of those round yellow ones, you know, that they sell.
Yeah, I was expecting, every fucking prison movie that I've ever seen, you get in line with your tray and you go down and they slop shit onto the tray. No, it was like a guy comes around with one of those push carts and got, like 50 fucking nuked banquet meals and just hands you one.
Yeah, that's like, and then there's the likelihood that you might get like snack, which is basically 2 pieces of bread and a misshapen sliced piece of bologna.
No, we didn't get anything additional, man. It was whatever was in that banquet fucking tray, like corn, green beans, and shittyville Parmesan or Swiss steak or just whatever it was.
Yeah.
We lost somebody else.
Gaming
We
and
lost
yelling, I
gaming.
think.
By the way,
Yeah.
Jesse Bug drops another $1 to say, I did hard time also. Also known as being put in a corner when I was 5 for telling a cat to fuck off.
Okay.
Thank you, Jesse.
You do the crime, you do the
Hell
time.
yeah.
It sounds like you really stood up for something. I'm proud of you, sir.
Although I'm gonna say this
good night,
when
gaming
it comes to good night gaming. But I'm gonna say this when it comes to prison, well, not prison, but penitentiary food versus hospital food, I will gladly go right back to jail. I have zero qualms with that. I would rather be stuck in jail than stuck in a
Fuck
hospital.
no.
Oh.
You know what? That's one of the things I look forward to if they're gonna hold me, is fucking hospital food, because I got tilapia, I got grilled chicken, I got salmon.
Yeah.
The fuck hospitals are you going to?
Right?
Just my local hospital, and I was on the diabetic thing, and it's just like in the morning, it's like, okay, I want a cheese omelet, I want a side of country potatoes, I want a yogurt, send me a couple of waters, and angel food cookies. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
Hospitals have pretty good food these days.
What the fuck? I got dicked.
Same, dude. I don't think I've ever been to a hospital that has good food.
No, yeah. Like the one of the hospitals that I'd been in, like one of the main reasons why I was like, yeah, I'm never doing I'm never going to another hospital if I can help it ever again, was the fact that it was a vegetarian hospital.
Oh God, so sorry.
Yeah, it's the one not the one where my dad works at now, but the one near where he works.
That's just fucking cruel. A vegetarian
I wouldn't
hospital?
trust.
Fuck that.
I wouldn't trust the doctors at a vegetarian hospital.
Yeah, because they'd be like weak.
No,
Yeah,
but
they don't
here's
have
the
the
fucked up
protein.
thing. They were the best doctors in the county.
Yeah, because you got to overcompensate to keep your patients alive. Fucking vegetarians.
Oh, good morning, Best Remy.
Hey, Best Remy.
Good morning.
Did you throw any links out? Cadentris?
Huh?
Did you throw any links?
What? I did not.
You want to throw a couple?
Well, the people that I was gonna throw them to are basically in the chat, and the other two are left the chat. So we had the same idea, Doc.
Oh, I did send one off to Antihero because I did want to congratulate him on his stream last night. Now he's not running, is he?
No, I don't think he's even home.
Well, let's take a look here. Let's see who's running. Rakist is running and Ranting Monkey. And AP's off. I went ahead and sent him the link. I also was giving him shit as well. This is what I wrote to him. I was like, so, I just listened to your appearance on Antoine's channel. Well, let me tell you something, Sonny Jim. I got a wiffle ball bat ready to take on the shape of your jaw. Meet me at the Sandlot tomorrow at noon, and we'll see who shits on the sidewalk.
Oh, Muffin, you've missed some drama that I'm really kind of glad you missed, because you didn't need to.
Okay, well, let's just ask this question. If there was somebody, you're in your wrestling match, right? You're getting ready to lock up. The theme music I would not want to hear is AP's, because there's a verbal ass kicking coming. And
okay, Doc, I'm going to remind you real quick. Muffin knows not of AP.
Oh, we really have to get AP in.
No. I think they've interacted before, but she doesn't. It's kind of like how you didn't really know of Kadunti side of the Bouncer Kadunt version until Bouncer Kadunt came out, and so she's just not experienced that.
Well, he's every time he's been in here, he's been pretty much sweetness, because there's nobody to butt heads with. I mean, he'll trade barbs and shit, but when somebody basically does territorial pissing, AP will tear them a new asshole. That's the reason why, if you watch the Blunt stream, there's a belt on the wall. That's the Kumite belt. It's retired. He retired champion, because nobody could beat him.
Opal did.
Opal was a DQ. That was just he flipped out of the ring and got counted out on that one.
Like I always have to remind him that, maybe almost nobody else really did beat him except Opal did.
Yeah, well, I mean, I was there for that, and yeah, that was when the heel just rolls out of the ring, man, and takes the 10 count. Because it's really hard to fight Opal.
It is. It is. She's so good and she's so vicious and she does it in the most adorable manner too.
We've tried to get her on. I think she's been on once. But it was like a quick dive in and right back out again.
Yeah, she couldn't stay for long. I remember that. Oh shit, I forgot I was gonna throw a link out. I know somebody I was gonna throw a link out to, but I forgot.
Okay.
I doubt they're awake right now.
I threw one out to Ichabod, but it's all about whether or not he's up for it. No, Opal.
I was just about to ask, where is he?
Opal technically has never been on the show.
No, yes, she has.
No.
I swore she was in before.
Not on my list. I mean, I can add her if you're certain, but because I'm old and I need help.
Well, don't quote me on jack shit because I'm probably I could be out of it. And hi, Michael Hatfield.
Good morning,
Hello.
Michael Hatfield.
Hey, Doc.
Yes, Muffin.
Are you 80 yet?
Am I 80?
Yes.
No, but I got an AARP card.
Then you're not old. That has been my creed since I was a child, is you're not old till you hit 80.
Oh, dear. I'm not going to hit 80.
Don't say things like that. I will be sad.
No, I am definitively quality over quantity. I do not have to live forever and ever as long as I get certain things done. Meet certain goals. Then when I hit that deathbed, I'm gonna be like DNR. Do not hit the switch. No extraordinary means, because I've lived a pretty good life so far.
Well, what if you just naturally make it that far? Like,
yeah, if me and wifey are in a bad spot, I will demand that she gets to pull the plug.
why do you expect to be on life support? Like, I've had relatives that lived to be in their hundreds and were never hospitalized. We're actually still driving their car after 100.
No, there ain't gonna be no organ harvesting. I took that donor shit off.
No.
Now here's the reason why. Because
Okay.
I said, listen, I'll be more than happy to donate my organs, but I want my family to have first pick. If there's somebody that's on a list that's in my family that needs the organ, it goes to them first. And they're like, oh, well, we can't do that. And I was like, well, then you can't do anything at all. You're not taking my fucking organs. It just ain't happening. Although it's kind of weird. When my uncle died, he donated everything. And I got to meet the girl who got his eyes.
That's crazy.
And it's so weird because, you're sitting there staring in their face and looking at the eyes and seeing if there's anything that is any spark of what the person who donated, anything there. And no, you really couldn't tell. It didn't look like his eyes.
Yeah. I'm not surprised.
Yeah. What do you want, Cat? You're not in heat. Fuck off. Why?
Because the kitty loves you?
Oh, Muffin, I do have to share the fact that apparently in 4 days I'm going to the Elton John concert.
Sweet.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Because when people die, apparently Social Security is a bunch of fucking idiots. So you have to go to them and give them evidence that the people have died. And
That makes no sense.
but it's government agency. Why should it?
True.
But my sister went and gave them all the paperwork and everything, and they said, well, excuse me, she has unclaimed funds. And it was like a couple of grand. And my sister texts me and the other siblings and said, hey, why don't we take this money, since it's found money, and, we weren't expecting this to happen, and it's technically not part of the inheritance. Let's go ahead and do something fun that we know that mom would have enjoyed. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm used to not having money anyway, so what the fuck? What do you want to do? And she's like, well, Elton John's in concert. I'm like, cool. A couple months away, let's go ahead and get some tickets. She's like, no, it's like in a week. And I'm like, fuck. And my oldest brother is just like, I'm not going to spend money where I don't have to. So he spent the rest of the day with his anal retentive nature going through different ticket places. And I no context tweeted the seats, but we're like in the middle section, like 15 rows back on the floor.
Wow. Wow.
And that was pretty much all of the inheritance money.
Okay.
Except for, all the found money, I should say. I'm like, fuck, I could have bought a car for that amount. But I'm like, hey, at least if I get a t-shirt out of it, I'm cool. I need a concert t-shirt. Just make sure that the tickets aren't that expensive, so I can have a concert t-shirt. That's all I really want. And Elton John is one of the people on the bucket list. My mom used to play Elton John all the time when we were kids.
Yeah.
So I was a big Elton John fan, and it's funny because my Irish twin sister, she's literally seen Elton John like 3 times on a lark. She's a nurse, but she's actually married to a cowboy lawyer gourmet.
A what?
A cowboy lawyer gourmet.
Okay.
Legit. This guy, and it's funny because, when somebody comes into the family, you want to be kind of standoffish. You're doing the survey thing. Is this guy good enough? Or,
Yeah.
But he came in, and the motherfucker is genuine.
Charming.
All the way across the board. He is a lawyer. He's a lawyer for one of the Fortune 20 companies. So
okay,
he's a lawyer for one of the top companies in the world. So you can guess that he gets paid well.
Yeah.
They bought a ranch that has a cattle driving service twice a year, where they take and they drive cattle from I think it's Colorado all the way down to New Mexico. So they do a cattle ride. And when they're doing the cattle ride, he's the cookie. Yeah. He's the chef.
Nice.
And he can cook.
What's he cooking?
That motherfucker can cook. Yeah, they still own the Dude Ranch.
Let me find out he's got a microwave in a cart.
Yeah. No, but it's like, it's legit stew pots.
Ranch where their horses were being boarded was going to have to be sold, so they just bought it.
Yeah, basically where he had all the horses stabled up for the cattle drives, the guy who had these stables couldn't maintain them anymore, so he's like, dude, you got to find someplace else.
Yeah.
And the cowboy lawyer gourmet just said, well, how much is it? And he bought it.
Okay.
So, here, let me tell you a really awesome story about him. He had a next door neighbor, and they had a child who was born deaf, and the parents kind of were ill health people, and so she used to come over to his house a lot and just hang out and talk and stuff, just friendly kind of paternal stuff.
Yeah.
And he got to the point where he got irritated with it because he couldn't communicate like he wanted to. So so he went and studied Amslang. So he learned sign language just to be able to talk to her.
Wow.
And her parents passed at an early age. But this was like in her late teens. He financed her to go through college. And
Wow.
the only way he could finance her to go through college is by adopting. So he adopted her in his late teen, or in her late teens, so he could put her through college.
Daddy.
Yeah, I mean, and I'll admit this: things between me and wifey got really dicey at one point, and I went out to a bar with him just to have some fish and some drinks. It was a really nice pub that I couldn't afford, but he was like, nah, it's okay, it's only $20 a plate, and I'm like, fuck, $20, man, that's a lot of money. I could buy some liquor with that. So we were sitting there and talking about it, and he was like, listen, if you really need to get out, I will do this. If you want to part ways, I will stake you for 60 days. I will put you up somewhere. I will make sure your rent is paid for 2 months. Wherever you want to go, I'll make sure your rent and utilities are taken care of so you can get a fresh start.
Wow. That's really awesome.
He's a hell of a guy. You can't hate him. You really can't hate him.
Daddy.
Yeah. Tell me about it. I'm too prideful to take anything like that. But I mean, that almost brought me to tears because of the fact that somebody who is technically a complete stranger is just like, hey, there's help out there.
Yeah.
So, I'm glad that came along because that was one of my humbling lessons. I didn't use it like, oh, well, I got an out. It's nice that I had a safety valve, and it still does exist. But I'm like, I'd rather work it out with this person that I married because, I actually happen to still love them.
Yeah.
But she drives me fucking nuts. You drive me nuts. Yeah.
Well, it couldn't be real love if they didn't.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, it's, I mean, when you get into a relationship with somebody, it's not going to be 100% perfect. There's always going to be shit that just bugs the hell out of you. Like when I go to bed at night, she like rolls around and shifts, and she pulls the fitted sheet over. And every night I have to go and grab the fitted sheet and with all my might pull down on it to get it to be back over on my side. And she always gives me that face. And I'm like, well, God damn it, if you would have done this before you went to bed, I wouldn't have to pull this. But then again, it kind of irritates her because I have to have white noise to sleep. So there's always a thunderstorm playing at night when we sleep. Because I don't know about you, but rain to me is the best.
I agree.
Yeah, I'm imagining y'all's fights where she's like, "Motherfucker, don't you understand? I'm having dreams about that every single night. I'm fucking Noah. I'm on the fucking ark."
No, she's gotten used to it. I had like CDs of different shit that I would play. The worst one in the world. It was like a 2-hour long. It was like a 2-hour long beach one, right? So you hear the waves coming in and going back out and coming in and going back out. Well, the thing's 2 hours long, right? You start to sleep, you get about an hour into it, and all of a sudden you get
Oh no.
fucking seagull bullshit. It's like, goddamn, it wakes you right up. Because, I don't know, screeching seagulls? Yeah, I'm not about that.
Well, Catman Dingo is saying that here, this channel, Doc, I'm pretty sure it's even IRS, is Catman Dingo's white noise.
That's good.
Well, you know, we are the, what is it, oh shit, I forgot what the slogan was. The chaotic crossroads of the overnight internet. There we go.
Yes.
And if there are people out there who are looking to purchase a shirt for the IRS, that will happen in about a week. So there is an IRS shirt out there just because Fat Andy bugged me about it. So the opening screen that you guys all know and love, that's a shirt. But we do have the official shirt coming very, very soon.
Yes. Also, probably in about a week, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, I'm waiting because my co-host is going to tell me when to pull the trigger on it because the shirt's ready and waiting to go.
A certain cadunt has to wait for a certain paycheck, and then she has to filter out certain amounts of money for certain bills and make certain decisions, and then spend the rest of it on IRS stuff.
Well, at least the coffee mug looks great.
Oh, guaranteed I am getting myself an IRS mug.
Mm.
Like, there's no choice in the matter. Like, I have to, because, I mean, half the time I'm drinking, like, coffee while we're doing streams anyway.
See, I'm really not a coffee person. Well, you know the story. It's almost been 20 years now. So, yeah, no, crisp and clean and no caffeine.
No caffeine at all?
None at all.
I would die.
It was one of those choices once I had the diagnosis for diabetes, and there's certain things that you want to cut out, and one of them they said, you know, you want to kind of stay away from sugary stuff like pop, and most of the pop I drank was caffeinated.
See, that's pretty much where I'm at too. I think I'm like right before that point because I drink a lot of energy drinks, and like that can't be good for you. I'm probably gonna die.
You're more likely to end up with high blood pressure, and I know that for a fact because I got diagnosed with high blood pressure when I was 28. But I did the math right before going to the doctor, and in a 30-day period by myself, I would consume 50 to 55 cans of Monster, 20 cans of Full Throttle, and 30 cups of coffee.
Jesus.
I don't know if you're above or below me on the cans of Monster. I don't drink the other stuff, but like I usually drink one big Monster a day and one or two small Monsters a day.
See, for me, the thing that actually freaked out a lot of my family, my coworkers, was I was one of those people who, you know, Redline?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I could actually have freaked out my coworkers this past season. I drank 4 of those. 5 5-hour energy shots and
do anything.
And 2 rock stars and 2 full throttles in a day.
Damn.
Well, not even in a day, in within the work period. And I mean, like, the first half of that was within the first half of, like, the day of the work period, and then the second half of that was, like, within the second half of the day of the work period. Like, that they're staring at me and they're wondering like, "Are you good? You're gonna give yourself a fucking heart attack." I'm like, "Please, this ain't shit. This is just a regular amount of caffeine for me. Like, this is me catching up on the lack of caffeine. It's probably gonna knock me the fuck out later."
Yeah, I'm usually somewhere between one big monster, two little monsters, and a liter of Coke. How however much caffeine that is.
It took
And so
it took a long time. I would my normal routine would be a triple shot of espresso for the morning, and I would drink during work. If it was an 8-hour shift, it would be a 2-liter bottle of Coke. Sometimes a liter and a half. But by the time I'd get off work and get home, this is in the singles life, of course. If I didn't go to the bar or I worked too late to go to the bar to drink, then I would go home and probably have another liter of pop while I was watching movies. Because that was my big thing, you know. I'd get off work and I'm like, oh, what am I going to do? Oh, fuck it, I'll watch a movie.
Right.
Although I've had to cut the energy drinks out, mind you, I can still chug a lug an entire pot of coffee myself within like, half a day. No issues. It just depends on whether or not I get sick of the taste of coffee. And let's be serious, there's no such thing as sick of the taste of coffee. But
I hate coffee so much. It's horrible.
But I actually started cutting actual energy drinks out because I started growing this theory, mostly due to the fact that I've noticed that when I haven't had energy drinks for a long period of time, my I guess one could say my mental status seemed to improve but when I would drink maybe just one within a day, all of a sudden my mental status would deteriorate, not necessarily within just that day, like it would deteriorate over time. And it would keep being at that low if I kept up on energy drinks. So I started doing a little test for myself where it's just like, all right, well, let me see if maybe it's something dietary. And in energy drinks, cutting that out seems to be a possible solution for me, which makes me really sad because I love energy drinks so much.
When you say it deteriorated, do you mean that you were more manic or that
depressive?
Depressed. You were so that's interesting. So you were
and the thing is I can be in a manic state, but it'll be a depressed manic state where I'm very actively down on myself versus like the lethargic depressed state.
Yeah, you're proactive about hating yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's pretty interesting. So cutting them out has maybe supplemented some serotonin or something?
Possibly. I'm not sure what it is. It's just one of those things that I started cutting out.
Okay.
Mind you, it only seems to be an issue when it comes specifically to energy drinks. And so I'm planning on looking into it. I still haven't. Oh my god!
Okay, now I'm curious. Let's do a little survey in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat if you're a coffee drinker, a 2 in the chat if you're an energy drinker, or a 3 if you do them all.
Or a 4 if you do neither.
Oh.
Or a 5 if you snort a bunch of coke and do a bunch of meth.
Oh, okay. My stepdaughter Hannah says hi to everybody.
Hi, Hannah. And Ortiz, that's what I'm thinking, is that it may be one of the active ingredients or whatever that is commonplace in energy drinks that is not commonplace in, say, like soda or coffee.
Right.
It's always fun. I love karaoke. She went out and did karaoke with her friends tonight.
I'm really drunk.
She sounds like she had fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I believe fun was had.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, Anna.
Oh, now I got it. I got it. Yeah. We good. Good night. You must pass on to future generations, even the things you cannot do. And since wifey's away from the broadcast booth, yeah, I'm gonna start drinking again.
Doc.
I like drinking, and I do it in a very controlled way because usually the only time I drink is when I'm doing Doctor on Call or if there's karaoke going on. Which apparently, Muffin, it has been determined. Oh, by the way, good morning, Skittles McStabby Pants.
Hi, Skittles.
Good morning.
Cadunt has decided that we will do karaoke shows seasonally.
Okay.
So
I can dig it.
So get ready. I don't think we'll ever top the amazingness that was Gaston, but holy shit.
Okay.
I don't know. I think the butchering of
butchering.
The butchering of A Whole New World was a pretty close second. So
Oh no, I had to put everybody, Backstreet's Back. That was horrific.
oh, that was amazing. I loved it so much. And then Hakuna Matata was amazing as well. And one of the things though that I think was a highlight for me was the fact that I remembered just enough of Poor Unfortunate Souls a cappella.
Nice.
And it's funny because I went and found it by the time you were into like the second line.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, no, this is a cappella.
Yeah, I was in a mood that night. I was just like, fuck it, let's just do it live.
Fuck it. I'm not live.
It was a good night. It was. I was happy.
Where was that before? I find it really interesting that Disney songs are really popular on the karaoke scene. That Mulan song,
Make a Man Out of You.
Yeah, that one right there. That one is extremely popular in karaoke bars.
God, that fucking Frozen song.
No, actually, it's just that one, and I'm trying to think of what the other one was.
Oh no, I hear the Frozen song all the goddamn time when I go out.
Really?
It's
what is it? Let It Go.
Yeah, something that doesn't get to me how it finishes.
Yeah, cold doesn't bother me anyway.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. Well, Doc, sometimes you just gotta let it go.
Do you want to build a snowman?
I'd rather change the lyrics of Let It Go to Whip It Out.
Whip it out, whip it out.
No, you know what's funny though is do you want to build a snowman? That's the song I sing if I want to make my baby sister cry.
But just the slow part, the last verse. That's all super sad.
Oh, she got
it to you once.
Okay. let me ask you guys a question. If you're selling something on eBay and you've got a choice of sizes, do you really want to put as one of the options out of stock? And
no.
And even if it's out of stock, you can buy it for 99 cents.
That's weird.
So, you know what? I'm gonna screenshot this fucking thing because nobody's gonna believe me if I don't. I'll put that up in just a second.
What if it chastises you if you click it? It's like, bitch, I told you you're out of stock.
Yeah, please stop being a dumbass. We don't have it. There we go. Okay.
You click it, it says, can't you read?
There we go. And no context tweet away.
Woo.
Woo.
I don't think it really it doesn't. I was like, hey, is my information on there? Oh, okay, no. Hong Kong's a very fucked up place.
Understatement.
Oh, but yeah, I really, and I can't tell you why, but I really get into watching those Chinese people struggle.
Because you're racist.
This is nice sphere. It's good sphere. It's for you. It's only 130, 137. They're literally trying to figure out the words. I mean, there are two of them there who really did good in their English class, and then they give it over to this dumbass named Daniel. And wow, I mean, you could
Danielson.
Oh, dude, you can hear his translator going off like every 20 seconds. I don't know what you mean by right. And we're off. Come on, Daniel.
Go, Danielson, go.
Go, Danielson.
Wax on, wax off, Danielson. What? Okay, here's one the guy's got. It's only a penny to start the bid, but the shipping is $1,700.
Oh,
Retarded
what?
much?
Okay.
What?
That's totally doable.
Is it just like somebody's father went, "You're gonna sell that? Put it on eBay right now and put it on for a penny." Okay, Dad, I'll put it on for a penny. $1,200 shipping.
Is it 1,200 USD?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh wow, no.
I'll take the chicken fried steak I got for Valentine's Day.
Oh God.
What?
Fucking.
You didn't see that Twitter post, Doc?
I don't think I did.
Okay, so on Valentine's Day, I took my boyfriend out to breakfast, and we got a single order of chicken fried steak because this place has like ridiculously huge portions, and I don't eat a lot. So like one order of chicken fried steak, I got a soda, he got a coffee. Total before tip was $20.40. Total after tip was $26 even. Saturday morning, I'm on my way to work, and I always stop at the same gas station to pick up drinks and cigarettes if I need them.
Yeah.
And I go to like use my card, and it gets declined, and I'm just like, that's weird, because I could have swore I checked it last night, and I had like $180 in there, and I don't think I have anything like pending right now or hitting or anything. So I go and I look at my bank account, and I am negative $7,900 and some odd dollars.
Nice.
And I'm just like, I've never even had that much money at one time ever in my life, ever. So I go looking through my transactions, and the restaurant that I went to charged me $8,133.96. And my bank put it through, no red flags, and nobody called me.
$8,000?
Yes.
What the fuck kind of steak were you eating?
A single chicken fried steak, and I'm like, it was good, but it certainly wasn't that good.
Oh, no. We need to break this down. We're obviously trying to commit fraud. You were obviously drank everything in the bar. Ate everything in the entire bag.
Hold on. Literally, I could order everything on that menu twice and not even hit $500.
No shit. That's...
So what was the restaurant's excuse?
They didn't actually give me one when I called them after seeing it and like flipping my shit. Thankfully, the lady at the gas station let me keep my coffee, but she couldn't let me keep the stuff that was like name brand, you know.
Yeah.
But like I called them and I'm like, so I explained the situation to them, and the guy's like, oh, my manager caught that last night and we put in a reversal. And I'm like, are you sure? Because I'm still negative 7,000 some odd dollars in my account. And he's like, well, let me go get the manager. I don't even think he was gone for like 5 minutes, and he came back and he's like, the manager said that it was put through, but it takes a few days for it to actually reverse, especially because now it's the weekend. They literally took this shit out of my account super late Friday night.
So at that point, I'd be like, okay, so you reversed everything, and the meal is free, right?
The meal was free. They actually sent me all of the money back, including the total for the meal that I bought.
Well, I would have come in and said, I think you guys owe me another chicken fried steak for my inconvenience.
You think y'all owe me chicken fried steak for fucking life?
If it had affected my credit, or if like I had missed out on paying my rent or anything like that from it, any kind of fees or anything like that, they would have been on the hook for, because I would have made them pay for them. But I got my money back on Monday.
So okay, let me ask this. I know that it's kind of light tonight, but is Sparky awake?
Yep.
Okay.
You've been really quiet.
I've just been sitting here, shit posting on Drama Llama Manifest Destiny.
Sparkles, what are you doing?
I'm just shit posting.
Oh, okay. All right. No worries. I'm gonna trust you, Sparky.
No, I've got somebody that's trying to rail up against me in defense of someone. Yeah,
Okay.
I think it's that someone, and it's like, you're not gonna win this.
Oh, dear sweet Lord gods. Is it somebody novoing out?
It's not Navu, but I think it is.
No. I'm saying, is somebody novoing out? Basically, like,
Yep.
Ignorantly white knighting.
Yep. Exactly like that.
I don't know.
Well, I just want to read one verb, the last thing he posted. If that's okay.
Sure.
So, and as far as Jacob goes, I highly doubt you did very much research before speaking and condemning anyone who decided to continue to be Tonka fans. So have a good day, and just remember, there's always more than one side to a story. Maybe seek it out before making judgment calls. And the only thing I said is note sound clip I posted above. No lies and attempt to slander from DMs that JoJo made, and note JoJo's attempted defense on Antoine's stream. That's all I need. It's true.
Gay.
Exactly.
Jesus, man. I mean, come on. I mean, there are people who still like Hitler, so I get it. You know, fans for life, in for a penny, in for a pound. But I mean, Jesus, don't put the blinders on. I mean,
World War II is over. You know, your side lost.
Yeah, I mean, realize that shit was stirred, and somebody actually ended up drowning in that shit. I mean, if they wanna rebuild, that's fine. Let them do it. I know most of the people who were watching the new channel that Tonka's doing were hate watching, but now it's dwindling down to the people who are still, you know, those loyalists, those people who you know, won't give up those pretty Hugo Boss uniforms, hang it up and try to have a different life. Because honestly, I've listened to more than a few of the shows, and he spends time playing a lot of music at the front, and like there's one day where he played like 3 hours worth of music, and people were like, oh, well, that's a troll. And it's like, I honestly don't think that's a troll, because of the fact that it's humorless and bland.
Yep. Well, it's like this. If you want to go after someone for making fun of someone else, I'm totally okay with that. But if you want to go after someone for making fun of someone else when they did not make fun of someone else and want to make death threats towards those people, yeah, you kind of deserve to bond.
And when I was listening to that, listening to Antoine's stream, I was just like, dude, I mean, have you been clinically diagnosed? I mean, I'm serious. I wasn't really making. I was not making a joke at all. The way he was just like screeching, and then when somebody would bring up a point or try to get an explanation of it, he'd flip to another subject.
Dude, his co-hosts. I wouldn't use the term threw him underneath the bus. I would use the term let him walk out into the street and did not tell him the bus was going to run his ass over. I mean, his co-host did that to him. Or I should say his former co-hosts.
Well, yeah, I mean, when you're tired of it, man, it's you can't just keep the lunacy going. You really can't.
You can. It just makes a good laughing point for people to make, and people don't understand that. That's one of the reasons why I don't keep railing on a subject for very long. I'll probably poke at somebody one time, and that's it, and I'll move on to the next thing. Because there's no point, no need to go on about a subject continuously until it's into the ground, because then you open yourself up for criticisms from multiple people. And then continuing on with that, you're just egging it on.
Well, I kind of liken it to the fact that you're still saying that this guy is innocent, even though they have they caught him with a bloody hatchet, blood all over his clothes, in progress of doing some more chopping on the body, and they have it videotaped. And you're like, no, that person's innocent.
And they have witnesses.
Wait a minute. Not all the evidence is in. It could have been somebody else.
Oh yeah, you know, there's always the possibility that it was, but probability is not working in your favor.
The problem is in a court of law, there is a set time limit for how long evidence can be brought in, and if it's not brought in within a certain time period, it's, well, we can't wait forever.
Hey, I still believe that Jussie Smollett had a hate crime done against him. That's how.
He did against by his own race.
No, we're not going to talk about. Listen. In this day and age, just blazing saddles doesn't work. Okay, it can't be accepted. All right.
I just keep thinking of the true hate crime was the fact that, you know, he asked for ranch and got Chipotle sauce on his Subway sandwich. Like, that's a hate crime.
It really.
No. He asked for ranch and he just got blue cheese.
Hey, blue cheese is delicious.
Yeah, well, he apparently hates blue cheese or whatever. enough that he really did get ranch, but he's gonna claim he got blue cheese because fucking god bloody damn it. Like, seriously, stop. Why do you do this?
If this whole entire thing was inspired by that, like, he was like, man, this is cheese. I gotta commit a hate crime.
Hey, Jesse, what are you doing tonight? Thinking hate crime.
No. I know what it was. It's because Jesse ate at Subway, so everyone thought he was in support of a pedophile company.
Oh God, no.
Yeah.
No.
Yes, he was.
No.
Hey, Empire, I see you eating that Subway. You touching the little boys.
It's called self-loathing. You know those self-hating Jews.
Mm-hmm.
Well, imagine being a self-hating blaggett.
Yeah, especially a gay one.
Really?
Right
Don't call
away.
me that, you fucking Jew.
No, what I think is funny is his the part of his story that he clung on, like when he thought he was going to get away with it. He was like, "I fought back. I fought back. You paid them. You paid them. You didn't fight back. They didn't even hit you."
The most disappointing part is like there are some people who actually deal with that kind of vitriol against them based on their sexuality or the color of their skin. There's people who actually deal with that bullshit because there's plenty of asshole people out there in the world who will point out, hey, the color of your skin isn't the color that I think belongs. So I hate you for it. And he goes and belittles that for what? For fucking what? To try and prove a point? Well, he's proven the wrong fucking point.
Get a raise. I mean, think about it. You know, if you wanna make your career, that's all you would really have to do. If you would have got away with it, we'd be hearing about him every year. He would be listed with like Martin Luther King, because like on MLK Day, they did on ESPN. They did like a salute to Martin Luther King. You know who it was about? Colin Kaepernick or whatever his name is.
Oh, Colin Kaepernick.
Yeah, that guy. And so they're setting that dude to be said in the same breath as Martin Luther King. He just wanted to be in that same limelight.
Dude, I wouldn't mention him in the same breath with fucking Carole King. There were a lot of rumors too about how his job was in jeopardy, and he needed to create something dynamic so he could get his name back into the public.
Yeah, he wanted a raise.
Oh my god, Skittles McStabby Pants. The Subway diet didn't help him lose weight because the food was more healthy, but because of all the aerobic exercise he got chasing children to try and get them into the van.
Somebody needs to meme that. Somebody needs to clip out Judd holding the sandwich with the fucking thumbs up with a van behind him.
Hey kids, you want a $5 footlong?
Well, too bad I can only give you a 6-inch.
Oh!
It's like chloroform.
Wait, can we all agree? Like, because I'm pretty sure that we cannot all agree on a lot of political things, but can we all agree that pedophiles are they're just terrible. They're just terrible, and we can make all the jokes against them that we want.
Well, we should.
Yes.
That's why Subway gives away cookies with the sandwiches.
Oh God, no! Sparky, no.
And all the kids' meals.
Woke.
Mind blown.
Yeah.
But not as much as little Timmy was by Jared, just saying.
Yeah.
Hey, it shouldn't have been Pizzagate. It should have been Sandwichgate.
Oh, God.
What do you want, Cat? I know what you want. You want kitty bagpipes.
He wants Subway.
Don't you?
I want kitty bagpipes.
Kitty bagpipes?
No, you don't.
You want kitty bagpipes, don't you?
Oh, God.
You ready?
Here it goes.
Are you loving me now? Okay. Oh.
It's so cute.
Kitten.
Oh.
You want? Okay. Okay, you've been a good sport. I will pressure point you. Okay. Come here. Ugh. All right. Ready?
Is that what? Is that a kitty? Is he a kitty?
Are you're gonna hiss at me like 3 times and then fuck you. Roll away. Because like she goes like once I pressure point her, now she's like about 4 feet away from me in the hallway, just rolling back and forth. Okay, sorry about that. Stand by for technical difficulties. Oh, good God. Yeah, now they're starting to cycle. I wish they would cycle together because if they did, then I would be able to take them in and get them snippered.
No, but Doc, here's the thing. If they start cycling together, then you'll be like kitty bagpiping and pressure pointing 2 kitties at once.
I No, because once they cycle together, I just have to wait 1 month, and then I can go and take them to the place that will take away those urges. It'll turn them into big fat kitties that just lay around and don't bother me. I'm cool with that. I can get behind that.
I mean, they may not get fat though, because my cat is fixed and she's not fat.
I cleaned the litter box today. Holy Christ. That litter box, I went away for like a week, and I usually change it like every 2 weeks. And when I got out, I did not have the energy to be able to do that. So today was the day. I was tired of it. And literally that whole litter box was one chunk. One big chunk. They had shit so much in it because we have that little hood on it. It's supposed to keep them from kicking shit onto the floor.
Mm-hmm.
And that was filled to the rim with shit. I have no idea how they crapped in that thing, and I have no idea how anybody else in the house didn't seem to be bothered by it. So, yeah, I took care of that today, and it was not a healthy experience.
All right.
I've seen humans do way worse than that.
Well, yeah, but at least we can flush.
No, I'm talking about when you couldn't flush. I've seen humans do way worse than that.
Hey, we got a wild moon cricket in the chat. What's up, Tyro?
Hey, Tyro.
I don't know. Should we let him on?
No, his throat's still sucky. We were just talking about your Discord.
Well, that's okay because we like your.
We're moving away from it.
Your waifu's cuter. I'm trying to think of I don't know. Thoughts are not coming fast and furious to me. What the hell's going on, Kadan?
Don't ask me questions I don't know the answer to, Doc.
Well, the cool thing was today I got boxed up everything that I need to send out. So I know Fuckwad's not here, but his hat's going to be on the way. Turish's prize package is going to be on its way too. So I'm kind of happy about that. Because they deserve it. Damn it.
Oh, shit.
Really?
Fuck. I'm sorry, Doc. I can't help it.
Well, we're a little past 3. Did you want to hang it up like 4 or so? You want to go earlier?
Yeah. Well, I might drop out earlier, but you can hang it up at like 4 or so for you. Like I could feel I probably only got like half an hour left or so. Um and and I'm debating on if I want to smoke my last cigarette right now.
Oh. That's where the sadness comes in.
No, you're fine because Muffin, hi, how you doing?
I'm okay, but I also don't know how long I'm going to last, and I have to be up early for work tomorrow.
Yeah, I got COD tomorrow, so.
Oh, God's bloody damn it. Y'all are like
Hey,
come on.
hey, I'm sorry that I have to be at work early. Oh my God, I didn't get a chance to tell you. So I found out recently that apparently at my job, you have to request time off 30 days in advance.
Actually, you did tell me.
Hey, it's better than my job. They want you to do 3 months in advance.
What are you doing
I'm
back
just
up
like,
here?
life doesn't happen like that, though.
Yeah, my job wants 3 months in advance, and at any time, even up to the day up, they can cancel it.
I don't know if they could cancel mine or not, but like I'm a caregiver, right? And I'm just like, it shouldn't take you longer than like 2 weeks to figure out somebody to fill my shifts because it's literally one day. I'm asking for one day. And I asked them 12 days in advance. And they're just like, well, technically you're supposed to ask 30 days in advance. And I'm just like, who the fuck knows what's going to happen 30 days before it happens?
Jesus.
Well, I am not Jesus, and he doesn't book my schedule, so.
Well, maybe ask him to.
Yeah, no, I don't think he's gonna make time to call my job and request time off for me a month in advance.
Does for me.
What?
He does for me.
Okay.
I know it's cool. Jesus is my personal assistant.
Yeah, just walk into your boss's office and go, boss, I talked to Jesus, and he said it was cool.
I'm sorry, but we fired Jesus about 3 weeks ago.
Your boss is like, yeah, he was great with that leaf blower, but we just had to let him go. Kitten, what are you doing back up on my lap? I pressure pointed you. You need to fuck off. No, there's no such thing as double pressure pointing. If you want multiple orgasms, learn it your own way. Meow.
It's what all guys say.
See, I think she's just irritated because she didn't get enough lap time with Nurse.
That is plausible.
Oh, kitten. Yeah.
We got a cat here. It's pregnant.
Aw, baby kitties.
Yeah.
Kitties are always good.
Yeah, because they're only, slimy and nasty for just a little bit, and then they clean off.
Yeah, then they're little fuzzballs.
Adorable little fuzzballs.
She's an outside cat, so my mom's worried that the male cat is gonna kill her kittens.
Where is she? Where does she normally hang out?
Well, we've been bringing her in at night.
Yeah.
So she's hanging out where my parents smoke cigarettes at.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's cool, I guess.
Yeah, just a heads up though, that cat's gonna get really used to being in and out of your house.
Yeah, she's an okay cat.
Okay, cool.
What color cat is she?
She's orange.
I got Halloween colored kittens once because I locked my black cat in the bathroom with an orange and white striped tabby cat while she was in heat.
Oh, so that was intentional.
Yes, entirely, because I wanted Halloween colored kittens and I totally got Halloween colored kittens.
Good job.
Thank you.
Now, wait a minute. Are they calicos?
No. Well, maybe. I don't know exactly what the male cat was mixed with. I just know he was orange and white.
Eugenics.
Hmm?
Cat eugenics.
I was going to say, how very Third Reich of you.
I know, right?
I don't know if they were calico or not. But they were like multicolored, like mostly orange and black, but like different shades of orange. So like some of it was like a brownish colored orange. One of her kittens was all black, and then one of her kittens was white with like brown and gray, like big spots. Instead of like little small like splotches, it was like big spots, but they were all mixed up colors in the inside.
Did you know that cats can have more than one dad?
Yes, I did.
That's crazy to me.
Technically, one cat cannot have more than one dad, but one litter of kittens can have multiple fathers.
Yes.
Well, now the black cat is on my lap. Jealous much? Keep your tail out of my tobacco, asshole.
Never.
Yeah, and that's the thing, because wifey was like, we really need to get cats. I'm like, do we? Do we really?
Yeah.
And we literally had, you know that discussion that you have with children when they say, oh, I really want a cat and blah, 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 and I'll take care of it. And it's like, okay, but you realize that, cats have litter boxes. You either have to scoop them out every day or dump them once a week. And, they're going to have demands and they're going to start clawing up stuff. So
why don't you get a dog?
You're going to have to handle that. Oh, I can do that. I can do that. Okay, let's go get cats. So I went and got cats, and guess who's taking care of them?
You.
Yep. And
they
one of the cats will love on wifey, but depend on me. Like if the water bowl isn't filled enough, she'll come over. She has certain meows. Yeah, she has a meow for the water bowl. She has a meow for the food bowl. And God forbid that food bowl get below half. Because apparently it becomes a challenge of the Special Olympics for them to fucking eat.
Well, on that note, I think I'm going to get going because I do have some stuff to take care of before I go to sleep. I have Shield. My link is in the chat. I do tech, anime, and gaming videos. And that's all.
Well, no, because soon you'll be fighting Magic Hitler.
What?
Magic Hitler.
Magic Hitler is the antagonist.
Oh! Okay.
Yeah.
Muffin doesn't know.
You just need a setting, place, and a title.
Yep. The 2 to go. So I think the setting or the place is going to drop next, and then of course the person who gets to do the title can take a look at everything. I'll even post it up before they do it. But yeah, we've only got those 2 to go, and then the fucking clock starts. I don't know. Curse the person who gave me Magic Hitler, but I will make it work. Because Magic Hitler in the 1800s sounds pretty creepy.
Oh, this is going to be fun for my character.
No.
Does it have to be actual Magic Hitler? Like Hitler, or could it just be a guy named Hitler and he just really hates his name?
Oh, well, you know what? I can work my way around it. But
Don't you help Doc with this challenge?
I'm asking about the rules, whether or not it actually has to be Hitler or not. I wasn't trying to give him tips. Wink, 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 wink.
Well, now the toughest part is the weirder it gets, the harder it's going to be to write a noir. But
a noir about Magic Hitler.
Yep. Oh well, here.
No, fight that. I want to fight swastika wearing, magic wielding motherfucker.
Here, let me pull it up real quick. Okay, so the setup is the time has been chosen as the 1800s. The prop that has to show up is Freddy Krueger's glove. The genre is noir. The catalyst that starts everything in motion is a penny falls in front of a character from nowhere.
A character from nowhere.
Yeah, falls in front of a character, well, technically out of nowhere, you know.
Oh, out of nowhere. So
yeah, a penny falls from out of nowhere in front of a character.
Yes.
Okay.
So
That makes much more sense.
that is the thing that sets off the entire scheme, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the antagonist is Magic Hitler, and the protagonist is Sparky.
And Sparky is fighting Magic Hitler.
Yeah, there.
I don't know. Sparky is formidable, but Hitler does have magic. But,
I'm also a cyborg too.
Nothing.
But here's the question. What kind of magic? Because then like, what if he's just like the guy who can make lights, or he's the Jubilee of magic killers.
Well, and technically, Sparky, if it's the 1800s, it's more. It's going to be.
Yeah, I know.
It's going to be less.
I know.
Oh shit! What do you call it? It's going to be less cyborg technical and probably more steampunk.
You know what? I'm okay with steampunk.
Iron Lord.
And whoever said that Hitler, that the antagonist, whose last name just so happens to be Hitler, is a magical user in any way, shape, or form.
Well, if you really want to get down to brass tacks, and I really want to mold this, it could be a guy or a girl named with the first name of Magic and the last name of Hitler.
Exactly. Or it could simply be an illusionist. There were people like Harry Houdini who performed quote unquote magic tricks.
Or it could be a really, really racist male.
Skittles McStabby Pants says, does Sparky have to fight Magic Hitler? Couldn't Sparky have a romantic fling with Magic Hitler?
A rom-com.
And whoever says that the romantic partner cannot be antagonistic.
Yeah.
I was in my office.
Oh god, I am gonna hate this.
I was in my office watching the wagons roll by, and then she walked in. She had legs.
Well, I mean, who says Magic Hitler is a he or a she?
She had legs for days and a short little mustache. Somewhere in my pants became happy.
Magic is Hitler's granddaughter.
Kitty.
Well,
Kitty, really, seriously. Fuck off.
Hey, Doc.
Technically, Hitler's name is actually his last name, so it could be somebody with the first name of Magic and last name of Hitler.
These are all things Doc was saying earlier.
It's just, yeah.
His granddaughter is a stripper named Magic.
This would be set in the 1800s, therefore pre-World War II.
It would pretty much kind of be a brothel thing, yeah.
Steampunk strippers.
Oh no, because
yeah, you want to see Hitler's magic trick? Watch her make this ping pong ball disappear.
I was thinking the same thing, and if it was a guy,
no.
If it was a guy, that ping pong ball trick would be even better.
No, it's like watch the cyanide capsules disappear.
Oh God. But Doc, guess what I just did?
The first thing that comes.
I just finished my last cigarette.
I was gonna say the first thing that came to mind was farted, but.
Great Doc, great minds.
I gotta go, guys. I gotta get up. My alarm's gonna start going off in like 5 hours.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Well, I wanted Doc to explain the story thing to you before I left.
Which story thing?
The
the one we've been talking about.
Oh, it's not over yet?
The one about
No,
it hasn't.
you
It
don't
has
know.
not been written. Only the elements. We have 2 more elements to go. Somebody has to pick where it happens, and then somebody gets to title it.
So Doc set out this list. It's a writing challenge for himself. He's going to write a story. And for $10, you get to pick one of the 8 elements that he had listed down. And thus far, 6 of the 8 elements have been chosen and written down. Hence, the Magic Hitler, who is the antagonist, Sparky, who is the protagonist, the catalyst of these events, which is a penny from out of nowhere that falls in front of one of the characters.
Okay.
Then there's the setting, the time, which is 1800s, the genre, which is noir, and then the prop. One of the props is, I believe it was Freddy's glove.
Yeah, Freddy Krueger's glove.
Yeah.
Okay.
So those are the 6 of the 8 elements that have been chosen. And for $10, anybody who's in the chat, by the way, that's www.streamlabs.com/.griffin. Again, streamlabs.com/.griffin. You can donate $10 and write in the Streamlabs which of the final 2 elements that you want to do and tell him exactly what it is.
Yep.
Space.
I am.
To be located in space.
And then after all of the elements have been picked, after all of them have been chosen and named, he has 7 days to write this story.
Okay.
Days.
And then guess what's gonna happen? It's gonna get read out loud on stream.
Sweet.
Space? No. Come on now.
Space.
Yeah, that's like somebody saying, write it on Venus. There'd be one paragraph describing everything, and as he walked and choked to death from the gaseous environment, he finds Freddy's glove.
Plus, putting it in space or Venus or anything kind of cancels out the 1800 aspect of it, because what does it matter what time it is on Venus?
Nope, Doc, I know a way to incorporate that if that just so happens to wind up being the stupid motherfucking setting.
He trips over a wagon wheel, a Venusian wagon wheel.
You know, Da Vinci's lost. Fuck. Basically, you just incorporate Da Vinci in it. Like, there you go. Like his final. His lost invention is found, and it just so happens to be a spaceship.
Well, I'm just gonna have a young Abraham Lincoln do a run-in and beat the shit out of everybody.
Pretty sure Da Vinci was like 200 years before 1800.
Well, apparently, we're in the 1800s, and Magic Hitler shows up, so anything's possible at this point.
So 1800 be like, I guess boats and flintlock muskets.
Hey, who says that in 200 years, Da Vinci's lost invention couldn't be found?
No one.
And by the way, currently, I would like to thank the 6 contributors so far: Ichabod Orange, Gulf City Outlaw, Ghost Dog 999, Ms. Murder, Sparky, and Stalvin Forge. Also, everybody who actually contributes to it, they will get a digital copy, and I'm going to set it up like a PDF. So I will actually create a cover for it, and I'm actually going to have a back jacket for it as well. So wrap it up, put a little bow on it, make it look nice.
Laminate it.
Speaking of wrapping up, I'm gonna go and wrap myself up in some blankets.
Well, I tell you what, let's go ahead and start the showing then.
Okay.
Let me go ahead and get the ads up, and We went left to right or we went right to left last time, so we'll go left to right. Hardcore, what would you like to shill?
My Twitter, always my Twitter.
Cool.
Hard one for you on Twitter. I'm starting up a Discord, but it's mostly construction zone now. But if you follow me on Twitter, I'm gonna start doing more streams. Probably gonna start streaming. I argue with people. I talk a lot of shit. I'm kind of funny, occasionally.
You still in with you still in with SMG?
Uh huh.
Uh,
We stream on Wednesday. The odd Auspic cast. It's 8:30 my time on his channel, which is Stone Mexican Guy.
Yeah, I did that on purpose because I usually tune in when I'm not doing anything, but Tuesdays are a little rough for me because I got my gig going. But
Wednesdays,
Wednesday. I'm sorry. Yeah,
Yeah.
Wednesdays I can normally tune in. I'm good with that.
Wednesdays at 8:30 my time. What time zone are you in?
Eastern.
Eastern. It will be 7:30 your time because he's in California.
Oh, so 3 hours off.
Yeah, it's 6:30 his time.
Okay, so it'd be 9:30 mine.
Yeah.
Okay. There we go. Yeah, and did you drop a link in the side chat? Or
I'm on my phone, so just go to my Twitter and.
Or if nothing else, say hello and they can bounce to your YouTube page.
Yeah, you could. You could go to my YouTube page.
I won't, Golf City Outlaw. I won't. So next up, I believe, would be the magical, mystical mascot of Muffin Button.
Oh, I don't have any content on my YouTube. I don't know when I'll have content, but I'm sure eventually I will. I have a Twitter. I already posted the link in the chat if you would like to follow me. Yeah, I don't know. I think that's it though. I don't really have much to show ever.
No, that's okay. Your presence is good enough for us.
Oh, well, thank you.
And that leaves us with the protagonist of tonight, Sparky.
Well, I've always showed my link, in the chat and attempt to leave earlier, so it's not far up. I do anime, tech, and gaming on my channel.
All right, and of course, you probably have something to shield, don't you, Kadan?
Streamlabs.com/.griffin. Also, go to www.tpublic.com/user/.griffin.
Well,
we will be having the IRS shirts coming up soon.
Mm-hmm. I thought you were going to show Antihero, but because he's becoming popular. Kids are liking what he's doing.
That's good.
And of course, all the fine people that are flashing up before you, if they look interesting, check them out. There's a lot of good content there that a lot of people aren't seeing just because the word of mouth isn't getting it out. So here's a bunch of them that I like. Please feel free to check them out.
Outlaw has a specific request for you.
Oh yeah, that's what I said. I know. I will definitely do it. Now, of course, if you're looking to keep tabs on Kadant, the magical, malevolent, mystical, maleficent co-host, her links are down in the chat. My links are also down there too. Definitely, if you've got an idea for the big show, which my big show is Doctor on Call, the Cure for the Common Interview. And I do that show every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. Coming up this Tuesday is going to be Optic Decay. And we're going to sit around and talk about art and shit. And if you have an idea, feel free. My DMs are open. Send them over to me. Nobody's out of range except, well, I guess technically now Bruce Campbell is. Tip for you kids, never call Bruce Campbell on his cell phone. Unless you know him. Good God, was that a fucking mess. But I did get yelled at and called pal. So, there you go. I also have a Streamlabs. If you like what we do, feel free to toss a couple of ducats our way. I do have a Patreon as well. There are tier levels, actually, on my Patreon, where like a $10 donator per month gets, I will actually draw something for them, which is, woo boy, that's tough because of current physical things, but I will make the attempt. Also, for like the $20 level, I think I send you a digital copy of one of my books. So I will dox myself for your reading pleasure. And and for the finest in bootleg Medicare merchandise, stop by Doc Griffin's Tea Public Store. That's right, Doc Griffin's Tea Public Store. Stop by and buy something, damn it. And with that, I would certainly like to thank not only the people who showed up in the stream, but also you in the chat. You're what helps keep this show going and keep it fun. Gesundheit.
Sorry.
And so, with that, I would like to thank our participants this evening. Gaming and Yelling, Sparky's Tech Corner, Muffin Button, Hardcore, and Stalvin's Forge. And, of course, this show would be greatly diminished without my co-host, Kadant. I'm Doc Griffin, and I'd like to thank everybody for showing up this evening. And if you could do me just one little favor, leave the money on the dresser. Bye.